Hi gang, here I am with the video on how I attached these earrings to the chain, the puffy embroidered hearts. And it's super simple, it's just a couple of stitches. And so let's get going on these babies. All right, I'm purposely going to use white thread so that you're going to be able to see it against this darker thread here on the embroidered heart. And to start out, let me show you. I'm going to bring in a dark background to show you here. I'm just going to tie a surgeon's knot here at the bottom. And a surgeon's knot is just an overhand knot, but then you're going to take that thread through the loop twice. My goal here is to make it just a tiny bit more bulky. There we go. And then as I'm pulling down, I'm just making sure that it doesn't knot oddly. There we go. Pull it nice and tight. And then I am going to do something we generally tell beaders never to do, but I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut the thread right off at the edge of that knot. You don't need a lot of holding power to keep this chain stitched to these embroidered hearts, and so that's one of the reasons we can get away with that. We're only going to need like 3 passes through the chain as we do this, and it's really the thread passing underneath and into this heart that's the main thing that's holding it all together. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here in the middle, and I'm just going to pass through under some of these threads. I don't want it to be too far underneath, because the farther underneath it is, the more thread that will show on the outside. And some of these hearts are a little bit harder than others to get your needle through. And it looks like this is going to be one of the harder ones. Oop, there we go. I had to use quite a bit of strength to do that, but here's your magic tool. If you have trouble with that, is you can get a lot more force behind you if you use a pliers to push it through, or if you need help to pull it through, the pliers will help immensely with that. Because especially once you get back to the eye, then you're trying to pull the eye underneath there, that might be where you need just that extra bit of strength. And then I'm pulling it all the way down, and there's the knot that's keeping it from coming all the way through. And again, if I'm purposely using white thread, if I were using the smoke thread here, this would end up being not visible at all. I mean, on these earrings, I did use the white thread. I do have a little bit of white thread showing right there. You know what, you can see, because you can see that the knot is tied a little bit farther out. If I'd done it with my awl and pulled that knot down tighter, I wouldn't have that at all. But honestly, I could probably just snip that knot and snip it right flush to the embroidered heart, and this would be totally fine. It's not gonna pull out. So anyway, so we got it through. We've got the heart anchored to the thread. Then we're going to pass through the bottom link on your piece of chain. I believe we cut your chain at 1 inch, but you can certainly make it smaller and make it shorter dangle if you like. I have done ones at 1/2 inch that work just great. So just through the end of your chain there. And then we're going to come back to that side where we've got the knot, our fire line knot, and we're going to pass it through again. Let's see here. There we go. So there's my fire line knot, and I'm going to pass it through. I should also mention that the fire line that I'm using is 4 pound. I'm sure you can do it with 6 pound, but 4 pound will work just fine. And then as I'm tightening down here, this is where we've now got the chain secured. Oops. There we go. Like so. So now we're going to pass through that bottom link of the chain again. And then one more time from the knot spot through to the other side. And as I'm doing this, I'm paying attention on the other side to where my needle is coming out, because I don't want it to come out too far down so that too much thread is showing. I want it to be fairly close, right at the same spot that the other threads were. And remember that you can sit there and poke it through however many times you need to until you get it to just the right spot to make the thread as least noticeable as possible. Okay, make sure that's all hanging correctly. All right, we're gonna do this one more time. We're gonna go through the bottom length. We're gonna come back through. And I did good with catching the right spot. On the last earring that I did, I had to poke and poke and poke to to get it to the right spot. All right, pull it on through. So now I've got 3 passes of thread through that bottom link of the chain, and that's my goal. It's just a personal rule that I have for myself, is any point of wear and tear, possible wear and tear, and where this will be, you know, moving like this, I like to have 3 passes of thread through there. And then last but not least, I'm gonna just cut this thread off, so I just have a small bit left. And I'm going to tie an overhand knot. I'm actually not even gonna bother with a surgeon's knot on this side. I'm just gonna do a simple overhand knot. Oops. Well, here, let me use my awl to get it through. There we go. Because I'm gonna need that awl here, I'm gonna put that awl in the loop, and then I'm gonna tighten that down so that it is right next to the embroidered heart. So you're gonna pull, 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 pull. And then here is where I like to kind of put my finger over it a little bit, but I want to be tightening it down as I slowly pull the awl out, because you can see it's tapered here. So if I'm able to get it to where it's right at the tip, then, and tighten down on that tip, then that is going to be the closest it can get to the heart itself. So this is one of those things, just take your time. You want the knot to be as invisible as possible. So I'm continuing to hold pressure and tighten as I'm bringing that all out. Actually, let me wrap this like this. No, it just wants to slide on me because I'm on camera. There we go. I'm bringing it down, and I got it fairly close there. All right. There we go. And then I can just cut off super close to that knot. And there we go. One side, 2 sides. Again, the knot, I wish I could get it a little bit closer, but again, if I was using the smoke fire line here on this, which is what I would normally do on this darker color, you wouldn't be seeing that at all. And even with the white thread, we are looking at this, look how close we are looking at this, right? If this is hanging, I mean, even right back here, you're not gonna notice it. You're gonna be looking at the heart. So nobody's gonna see it but you. And then to attach it to your ear wire, you can either attach this end link of the chain to the ear wire itself, or you may need to use a jump ring so that it will hang where the heart is forward. But either way, let's see here. Here is my pliers. I'm gonna open this up. We are gonna slide that link in. And then we're gonna close it back down. And there we go. In no time at all, there's the earring. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.